Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 14th to the 20th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, which gets this message of spirit out to more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is listed in the description box below. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Just to make sure you can see everything. Fantastic. Okay, so we are crowned here with the tower reversed. That's the way we like to see the tower. Absolutely wonderful, Scorpio. We are coming out of a rough time. It has been a rough time. It's been rough energy in the world. It has been a rough time. And we are going to see ourselves coming out of a tower time, out of a time that made us look at the world differently, made us look at ourselves differently, made us question, made us doubt, made us feel overwhelmed. But again, the tower doesn't have to be a terrible time. It can be a time that everybody's celebrating you for. Like, oh my gosh, you're engaged, or you're married, or you're having a kid, or you're moving a house, or you're moving a house, not moving a house. Or you could be moving a house, I don't know. You are, you're doing something, you're starting a new job, you're moving to a whole new land, a whole new place. Like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting, but it's so terrifying. And you learn new things about yourself along the way. So a tower time doesn't have to be, everybody's going, oh, I'm so sorry. It can be that it's just a really intense time for you. And you could be thinking, I'm supposed to be happy about this. Like, I worked so hard towards this. I'm supposed to be. So here with a tower time, it's looking at the way everything fell. And it's saying, I'm rebuilding me. I'm moving forward for me. I'm healing me. And it's a very important thing. When we come out of a tower time, we see the world very differently than we had seen it once upon a time, when things were easier or when things were more safe. And it's going to be a sense of, wow, I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be. And that's really important for us, Scorpio. It moves us then to the King of Wands reverse. So be mindful. We could have somebody in our life, okay, a fire sign energy, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, who is going to have a bit of a temper during this time. If they have a lot of fire sign energy in their chart, or they just have prominent fire sign energy in their chart, they can have a bit of a temper, and we can find it very hard to deal with them. They can also be very rigid. I have a dream, or I have a vision, I have a way I want it to be. This is the way you're going to move forward. No one will deviate from this plan. And that's not the way we work. And water and fire, water boils, right? Fire boils water, water can extinguish fire. It can be the sense of just exhausting each other. So do be mindful about that. If we have fire sign energy in our chart and in ourselves, we need to be mindful about our temper getting the best of us, and about us being too rigid towards things. It has to be, right? We always want to go to extreme of things. So do be mindful about that. Also be mindful if you're born on the cusp with Sagittarius energy. We can just be a little bit feisty, and a little bit more feisty than we want to deal with within ourselves. So being aware of that is just going to be important. Then we have the 10 of Cups. This is happiness. This is joy. This is success. This is, and they all live happily ever after. So who doesn't want the 10 of Cups in their life? There's a real sense of beauty. There's a real sense of, this is what I've been waiting for. This is building me up. This is leading me forward. This is what I'm going after. The 10 of Cups is, I'm embracing what makes me happy. Not what everybody else thinks should make me happy. I'm embracing what makes me happy. And as I embrace what makes me happy, I embrace me. I embrace my joys. I embrace my happiness. I embrace my love. And it brings us to the star. Very strong Aquarius energy moving us forward. This is a time frame of January 20th to February 18th. And the star is seeing our soul, seeing ourselves, embracing what we love, really moving forward towards the sense of, this is what I shine for, right? The soul's purpose is the star. We begin to see, we hold on to, we embrace, we explore, we build up our soul's purpose, which becomes clear to us. Well, clearer to us. It's not always like perfectly clear, but it becomes clear to us when we go through a tower time. And then we start to say, what does my soul really want? Where do I really want to be? How do I need to move forward for what I love and what I desire? And it brings us then to the Six of Cups reverse. Now, we can be very nostalgic. So do be mindful about this. Nostalgic in the best way is going to be great for us, like in a way of embracing what we love and embracing what we're passionate about and have been over the decades. But it can also be melancholy nostalgic. It'll never be as good as it was once upon a time. People that we miss, things that have gone, and we won't get back that time. And it's like, don't do that to yourself. Honor your past, right? Love your past if it's worth loving. And if it's not, you sit there and say, okay, lessons learned, see that, don't like that person. I know somebody sitting there and going, oh, I'd kick them if I could from your past. Don't do that. Don't waste your energy on anger or frustration or like feeling unseen. Embrace the beautiful things, because it will be very easy during this time to get melancholy and to feel just kind of like pulled down by the past. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh, are we done? We are done carrying all the burdens, all the weight, all the nonsense that has weighed us down. We're like, I'm not doing that anymore. We're putting down the wands and we are saying, no, I am not. And with the 10 of Wands being put down, it's like, I am starting to see the sun. I am raising my head to the heavens. I am letting the sunshine on my face. I am embracing my joy. I am embracing my prosperity. I am embracing my success. I am letting me shine. And this is going to be a week where we look at the things that have burdened us, that have made us feel overwhelmed. And it's like, what am I holding on to this for? Like, what is going on here? How do I create? How do I express? How do I move me forward? It moves us to the Devil reverse, which is also another great card. Now, we can be out of balance with Capricorn energy, so do be mindful about that. If we have this in our chart, if we have Capricorn energy in our life, we might not be like the best with it. Time frame December 22nd to January 19th. But we are releasing the Devil energy. All right. And here it's the Devil. The card is the Devil. We might be not as organized as we want to be. Okay. Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn, very organized, very punctual, very like, okay, we're going to do and get things going. So here with the Devil reverse, we are breaking our chains. We are looking at things and saying, what are my addictions? What holds me down? What has held me back? What do I battle in my life? And it could be, I battle it needing to be perfect. It could be, I battle being so sensitive to the world around me that it just feels like I'm being attacked at times, by the emotions of the world. What do I battle? It doesn't have to be, the addictions that everybody thinks of immediately. It can be very different ones. It can also be things that people praise us for. Oh my gosh, you eat so healthy, right? But it's an obsession. It doesn't make you don't do it because it makes you feel good. You do it because you have to, right? If you do anything because you have to and not for medical reasons, right? Then it's like, step back. Why? Is it adding to your life or is it causing extra agita, right? Is it causing extra stress? So just be mindful about this. We are releasing the chains. We are releasing the doubts. We are releasing the fears. We have the repeat of the number 10, and we are seeing ourselves completing a cycle and seeing ourselves so much more than we have before. It leads us then, Scorpio, to our spirit message. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, please put a sun in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So good luck to everyone. And the announcement will only be done on a video on this channel. So hit that bell notification and keep your eyes peeled. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. So this is the Oriole reverse. So it says, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. And with that reverse, we're kind of shell shocked, okay, to more changes, to more energies coming in, to more intensities moving us forward. So being mindful of this during this time is going to be really important, right? A positive change is coming in, embrace it. We need to build ourselves. We need to see the way that we want to move forward for us. Listen, connect. That's going to be really important. Listening and connecting to your inner voice and to your inner self is going to be really important. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. This is meditation. Meditation is going to be one of the most powerful and helpful things we can do for ourselves during this time, Scorpio. To be able to meditate, to calm our thoughts, to embrace our heart, that's going to be transformative. And to really, like, step into ourselves, that is going to be a very powerful thing. It's not listening to the chatter clatter of the rest of the world. It's like, I'm stepping into me and I'm focusing on my world, myself. It's not being selfish, right? It is saying, I am raising my energy vibration. I am raising my soul, myself. I'm embracing my greatness. And by doing so, that will help heal the world. That will help bring us out of a negative spiral, right? It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the sun reverse. You feel like there's something big on the horizon for you. There is something big on the horizon for you. But it's like, it's on pause right now. It's like, it's not this week, And we're like, no, 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 I know something bigger is coming. And it's like, yeah, it is. But don't, the timing is going to be different than you expect. So you're going to get upset over something and think, oh my gosh, it's all over. Like, it's not going to happen. And it's like, don't get too much in your own head. It is happening. It's going to be on divine timing, not your timing. Okay. So do be aware of that. The Tower reversed. Again, we are coming out of a time where we kind of sat there slack-jawed and was like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? So we are coming out of a very intense time. And as we've come out of this intense time, we see ourselves in a different way. We have grown, we have expanded, we have transformed. We are also not so easily taken in by the passion of another person, meaning that they can be really fiery about something, really passionate, really like, just absorbed in the energy of it. And we used to think like, oh, that means it must be good, or that means they must be good. And then we're like, no, it doesn't. It just means that they're obsessed with something. And I can see that, I can acknowledge it. I don't have to be pulled into it. So do be aware of that, especially in romantic relationships, okay? Especially in like partnerships, in like business partnerships, romantic partnerships. There's that energy of wanting to go close to the flame, right? Wanting to go close to the intensity of it all. Like, the more passionate, the better. And we're starting to see like a bit of a toxic pattern. Okay. So just be aware of that. Even if that's just for one person here, like, you're starting to see a toxic pattern in that intense fire that we used to think was absolutely awesome for us. And now we're like, oh, wow, no, that's not good for me. I don't need that. So that's what's coming through with the King of Wands reverse. But we are also starting to see our fire. It's funny because we almost look for the passion in another person instead of having to really connect with our own passion. So do be aware of that during this time. We're starting to connect with our own passion as we put down the weight of the world that we've been carrying. And with the 10 of Cups, we're starting to embrace what we love, what we're passionate about, what we desire, the joys that we have in our life, the way that we need to move forward in love and in laughter and in beauty of self. So that's going to be a really big thing. And that is a really big thing for us. It is our happiness. It doesn't matter if anybody else gets it. We're not living for them. We're living for us. And with the 10 of Cups, it's joy and success. It is letting yourself move forward in laughter, letting yourself move forward in love. And with the Star, it is aligning yourself with your purpose. And part of your purpose here on earth is to be happy. We are not happy every moment of every day, but to let ourselves move forward in happiness is a really important thing. And with the Star moving towards what we wish for, what we love, what we desire, opening up our hearts to ourselves and saying, I'm letting me shine, that's a huge part of what we want in our lives and what we're leaning towards during this time and what we're embracing for ourselves. 6 of Cups, we can be very nostalgic and a little bit sad around that nostalgia. Okay. Don't let that pull you in, because it can pull us in negatively. Let us remember the past with joy, right? If we come from a good past, okay, or a joyous past. And if we don't, if it has been really, really hard in the past and we're thinking, how many more years of struggle do I have? Look at yourself and see how tremendously strong and powerful you are. And look at yourself as a warrior through those years. Change the narrative of the way you see you, not as a passive person in those years, but as somebody who was astoundingly and still is astoundingly strong. And you have learned and you have inspired and you are moving forward. And it brings us to this place where we're taking the weight that we've been carrying, all the wands that have been piled up upon our backs, and we're putting them down. And we're saying, now I get to live in my passion. Now I get to live in my fire. Now I'm looking up at the sun instead of the dirt on my shoes and only focusing on the next step, the next step, the next step, because the path has been so exhausting. Now I'm starting to celebrate me. And as I celebrate me, I embrace my life. I embrace my joy. I embrace what I desire. And I release. I release all negativity. I release all anger. I release all of the chains that have weighed me down like Marley in A Christmas Carol, right? And I'm letting myself embrace love. I'm letting myself see the joys that inspire. And I'm moving forward in that energy and in that direction. And I'm opening up the door in a way I never imagined I could. Because the devil got us, right? The chaos of the world overwhelmed us. And now we're looking at that chaos and saying, I see you. I see you. I see you, wildflowers that grow everywhere, right? That grow wild, but are so beautiful. I see you. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because my soul is leading me forward. My connection with the universe and my happiness is guiding me. And I'm opening up the doors in a way I didn't think I could. Somebody once told me in anger I couldn't, and I believed them. And now I'm done with that. And I am transforming because I've come out of a time that would have broken most people. And maybe it chipped and scarred me here and there, and maybe I was broken for a little bit. But my gosh, am I ready now? I'm ready for the beauty of my world, and I'm calling it forward. And it brings us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the raven. And it says the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. I love that it says the universe is calling you because it is Scorpio. It is calling you to notice, beautiful, interesting, important synchronicities that lead you forward in a way that you just didn't imagine. You're going to see things, things lining up, lining up, lining up, lining up. And it's like, oh, wow. And it's not going to be easy, but it's like you start to learn this rhythm of it. And it's like, oh, wow, that's what I've been waiting for. It moves us then to our chakra message, which is the sacral chakra, which is inspiration. We are inspired. We are tenacious. We are moving forward in that inspired tenacity, and we are embracing it full-heartedly. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is Sagittarius energy. Okay, so we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius. Be mindful, that can be tricky. All right, also be mindful if we have a lot of Sagittarius energy or we have Sagittarius energy in our chart, we're missing the truth of something. Okay, so I'm just seeing like we're going to be focusing on one detail, and Spirit's like, but that's not the heart of it for you. So do be aware of that during this time. Or we could have somebody who's focusing on this piece of things, and we're like, why are you looking over there where like there's so much to look at over here? So just be aware of that. It moves us then to the Knight of Wands. Again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire, tenacity. Again, there's going to be an energy around us that wants to push us faster than we need to go for ourselves. Okay? But there's also a sense of wanting us to react. There's somebody who's going to be doing things just to get a reaction out of you. Just to like, it's like poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, see what happens. Because they want the bear to react. You, of course, in that metaphor, are the bear. And there's a fierceness to you, there's a power to you, Scorpio, that you don't see within yourself, but it is seen by others. So there is somebody here who's trying to get you to react. And it's either, I don't know if this person is bored or they want to make you kind of look bad. So they're going to poke at you until you can respond. And they'll be like, oh, look, big and scary, big scary bear type of thing. So just be mindful about that during this week because you don't need this. You don't need this at all. And subconsciously, you're aware of it and it's frustrating and it can raise your temper, subconsciously. And you're like, I don't even know why I'm frustrated, but I am. So just beware of that. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Scorpio, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.